Hi, this is Peter That's Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing your astrology reading now for December 2019. So this is Aquarius December 2019. So you Aquarians, bit of a funny one for you. And the reason why I say that is I feel as though some of you are going to be kind of looking forward now to generally the coming year, and I feel like you're going to start coming up with some, let's say, our resolutions that I feel as though you're going to be wanting to do and to focus on and to make changes, which is great. You're getting into the festive spirit a little bit. You're quite excited. It's like some of you are like little children around Christmas, and I think, hey, it's great, wonderful, I'm not knocking it. But one or two of you are going to be doing a lot of reminiscing, and it's like you're looking backwards a lot. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but I just feel as though don't dwell too much on things from the past, because you can't change everything. And not only that, it's really, you shouldn't be looking backwards now, because you know what you've done and where you've been and what you've been up to. You need to focus now on where you're going. So it's like you've got to start bringing those positive thoughts and ideas in. You've got to start looking to the future now with a certain amount of optimism. But it's like sometimes you get a little bit down and a bit depressive about things, and that's not good. So now it's like you need to stay focused, you need to be planning for the future, and you need to be grabbing everything now with both hands. Because a lot of you Aquarians, you're quite capable to really make things happen. You've got that stubbornness around you where you can really push things forward and you can really succeed. But then a lot of the time it's like you keep thinking but you don't act. So now you've got to start to change that kind of attitude, and you've got to start to really push things forward. Because if you don't, it's like another year's going to go by and you've not done the things that you want to do or achieve. So we've really got to get a grip on things now. You've got the ability, you've got the mind, you've got the sort of qualities to make all this happen for yourself, but just sometimes you look backwards too much, and that's not going to be good. So if you keep looking backwards, you're not looking forwards. So it feels though you've got to get your head straight now, and you've got to focus on these goals with enthusiasm and being crystal clear now about what you want. And as you do that, you'll be absolutely fine. And then I feel so when it comes to relationships, Aquarius, I just get the feeling, some of you, again, I've got you looking at the past. It's almost like I feel so you want to connect with somebody with the past. And I feel like I seem to be drawn to somebody where I feel so you really connected quite physically and sexually. And I feel like the other person, he felt the same way as you as well. You know, he looked at you as a very caring, very sensitive person. And I feel as though that really draws this person to you. So I feel like, let's say if you went sort of like trying to communicate with this person, and I feel like he was in the ability to sort of move forward or give you a chance, or he's not happy where he is, I feel like he would give you some consideration, because he did look at you as a very sensitive, passionate person, and that really excites him, which I feel as though is great. But it's not just that. It's sometimes you can be very analytical, and then sometimes you're not very giving. It's like sometimes you want things your way. And I just feel as though that's all right, but to win this person back over, you really have got to think about their needs or giving them a bit of balance. And I feel like if you get that balance right with them, I feel like you've got them back and there's no qualms about it. I feel like they jump at the chance with you. But if you're not going to change the way you look at life and be in balance with them, then I feel like all that sensitiveness, all that passionate sex ain't going to mean nothing, because they will not want to be controlled. And I'm not saying you're controlling, but they'll feel like it because they feel like you're not giving. And that's where things go wrong. So it just feels that this is where it feels that you've just got to be a little bit careful. It's like you've got to think about their needs. Like, okay, I want to do it this way, but I could do it their way tomorrow. So if you get the balance right, then I feel like you'll be fine. But if you don't, I don't think they'll look at you, or they'll give you a go. But if nothing's sort of changed, they will just walk away from you. But I feel like in the past, you may have walked away from them with fear. But this time around, it'll be them walking away from you if you've not changed. But if you've changed and you've got your confidence, I feel as though they will jump in with you. And I feel like they'll be quite happy to do it. So just wait and see. It's going to be quite interesting with past relationships. New relationships, I just feel as though just be optimistic. Again, try and keep balance with people, and I feel like you'll be happy. And then I feel so just generally as well, make sure you're getting what you want, because as well, you can't connect with somebody who's too boring and too set in the ways. In other words, you're going to want to feel that kind of sensitive kind of connection because it works for you as well. And then I feel as though those of you in relationships, I just feel as though just need to tidy things up so it was like it was before. And then I feel as though you keep that balance moving forward in that direction, then things really do flow. So I feel as though that's quite interesting for you Aquarians now with relationships. When it comes around the home, I feel as though some of you can be looking at a move, or somebody's going to be offering you a move, but it's like you're a bit set in your ways and you're a bit nervous about making the move happen. And I just feel as though don't, because if you don't embrace this move, I just get the feeling you're holding back. It's like you're living in the past, and that won't be good. I'm not saying everybody will want to move. Some of you will just focus on perhaps decorating and stuff like that. But I do feel like a few of you with house moves will resonate, but then it's like you don't let go where you are because there's a bit of fear, as if to say you're making a bad move. But you're not making a bad move. You're letting in the new, you're letting in the future, but it's like you're blocking it sometimes. So just be careful of that a little bit. When it comes to children, I just feel as though try and stay in balance with your needs and their needs. And if you get that balance right, I just feel as though you and children will be absolutely fine over the Christmas period. And again, the same with family. But I just feel as though some of your family don't get on. But it doesn't mean you can't connect with family, it just means connect with them in small doses. And when you've had enough, just pull back, move on, go back to where you've come from, and that will be absolutely fine. At least you've done your bit, you've connected, you've done your merry wishes, and then it's like, do you know, I've had enough now, can't deal with it. And that's fine, but not to connect with them at all, you will be looked on badly, and plus you will have your regrets. So just watch that a little bit. When it comes to work, I just feel as though I feel like change is good, but sometimes you don't like rocking the boat, like very set and fixed in your ways. But I just feel as though that's blocking you from moving forward. So really, you need to get out there now and embrace the new now with enthusiasm and vigorism. And as you do that, I feel like you're bettering yourself, you're growing, you're financially growing. It's a win-win situation. So don't be fearful. And there are people around you who will support you and back you up to do these things, but sometimes it's like you're not reaching out to them. And then I feel as though money will grow off the back of career. I'm not worried about money, but some of you can overspend it when you're getting a bit down with things. So just keep an eye on the money and spending. But as long as you're wise with it and look after it, money will be absolutely fine. But you've definitely got the ability to bring more money in. And when it comes with your health, keep an eye on your mind, your thoughts, depression, anxieties, and things like that. So anything connecting with your mind and your well-being, I feel as though those are the things you need to keep an eye on a little bit. But other than that, I feel like you're doing great. So I wish you well. I hope it all makes sense to you. And I hope you look forward now to the new year with a bit of optimism and enthusiasm with great changes coming. And if you want a reading, you know where I am to help you and guide you with that more personally. So thank you very much for listening.